What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's up, people? It's me. I'm L27. You know who I am.
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose, honey.
He's about the business of dipping spoons into sugar bowls. Anyway, real girls do real things. So as to make it easier for insertion, maybe?
No means no, and yes means no.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up, what's up, what's up? What is up, what is up? It is me, L27, and I am back for yet another review. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be our review for The Real Housewives of Potomac. It is season 7. It is episode 16. It is entitled The Naked Truth. Now listen, I've never been more ready for something to be over damn near my goddamn life. I'm so ready for this season to be over. I might end up not reviewing next season. Did I review last season? Yeah, I did last season. Yeah. But I don't know about season. I did 5, 6, and 7. I don't know about season 8. I don't have the energy. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so we start off. They have the opening montage and all of that good stuff. So we start off Robin at the bridal shower, picking out a dress. She tells the lady she marches to the beat of her own drum. Marches to her own beat. To the beat of her own. I'm a whole ass man that's about to get married in this wedding dress to my gay lover and roommate Juan Dixon. I don't even need to come up with something comedic about this. Like, at this point, the jokes write themselves. The people on this show end up reading themselves better than I could ever try to do. So I don't know. Anyway, Giselle and Satana, Ashley comes. And I immediately just wanted to turn off my television screen. The only thing they needed to have the trifecta is to have Karen come as well. I can't stand Karen. I can't stand Satana. I can't stand Giselle. I don't like none of those three. Those three work my nerves like no other. Satana tells Giselle that Mia was openly flirting with Wendy in Mexico, and that it was some things that went on down to the Mexico when at that last night when it was just Mia, Wendy, Candace, and Ashley. Now, before I go forward, let me say this to you, Ashley. At this point, not Ashley, Candace. At this point, Candace, I don't feel bad for you about anything that Ashley does to you because you continue to try to play nice with these people. I also don't feel bad for you either, Wendy, because here you are over here trying to play nice with someone who doesn't play nicely. Candace and Ashley, by no stretch of the imagination, should ever want to be in the same place, airspace, same time zone, airspace time continuum with Mia and Ashley. Ashley has caused you nothing but heartache and pain since you've been on this show. Candace. Wendy, since Mia assaulted you this year, why would you even want to try to be friends with her? Baby, if she apologized, great. We ain't gonna be friends. You apologize, that's fine, but that don't mean we need to be friends. It's just I just moving on. I'm just gonna put that out there. At this point, don't come at me. Don't come complaining, crying, Candace, with your triangulated napkins when Ashley blows your shit up again. When Ashley fuck you up again, I don't want to hear about it, Candace. You invited this. Wendy, all of the shit that came out after this point and everything for the rest of the episode where they was dragging you and laying you out, I don't feel bad for you. You have no business trying to play nice with people who don't play nicely. And Ashley and Mia have shown you all over and over and over and over again. They are not people to try to be friends with. They mean you no good. Like for you, Wendy, to have 4 degrees, you would think that you would have deduced that Mia is not the sort of person that I need to, be hanging around. that I need to be getting excessively imbibed around, inebriated with. You got 4 degrees though. You profess all of the time. But that's the kind of lapse in judgment that you make. That this is the bitch that I want to be, getting drunk off my rockers around. Ashley tells Giselle that Mia was openly flirting with Wendy that last night, and that Wendy liked it, and that Wendy was flirting back with her. She said that Mia was admiring Wendy's physique and her cooch. Ashley says Mia and Wendy left together and she'll know what happened. Baby, at this point, I had to run out of my room, run to the bathroom because the dry heaves had already started, and it invoked a gag reflex that I thought I had gotten rid of some 20 years ago. Needless to say, I still have a gag reflex somehow because these whores have tested it. Giselle has already let it be known. I'm telling everything to everybody. Anybody who let him that has an ear to hear, let him hear it. Baby, she's already said, baby, you know me. You know how I do. You know how this goes. I'm spreading it to everybody breathing, moving, and walking. And thus, I don't feel bad for you, Wendy. I don't feel bad for you, Candace. Y'all deserve exactly what you get. At this point, you like it. At this point, Wendy, you like what happens to you on this show. Do not come complain to me, Wendy, if there's an aftermath to this. If Johns Hopkins University wants to, part ways with you, or some other credible means of employment says we want nothing to do with you, because it would be one thing if it was a one and done, and you said, you know what, I made that mistake the first time, lesson learned. Let me just move on because this, I don't want to get myself in that situation again. Another thing, if you continue to do these things. Continue to put yourself in situations like this. Continue to want to be around people who cause nothing but hurt and harm to you. A mess. Moving on. Satana leaves. Robin says she still ain't tell her mama yet about the wedding. Now let me understand this, Robin. You being a mother yourself, right? I said this in a couple reviews ago. You, Robin, would lose your goddamn minds if one of those two sons of yours got married and didn't tell you, or didn't tell you to the last minute and then told you you weren't invited. You'd lose your goddamn mind. Like it. Here's the other, just jacked up part about all of this. You have no problem giving information out to a collective of women, most of whom don't see it for you, are not in there for your best interest, don't want any good to come to you. No problem sharing the information about your wedding with them, but you keep it away from your mother, someone who, regardless of what you do and what you say and all of your antics, has unconditional love for you, and who would be brutally hurt and upset that you didn't invite her or tell her. Like, I just want this to make sense. Giselle tells Robin about the plans for the bachelorette party, ask her if it's okay for the scrippers to come. Robin says she don't care to do it all. Let's do all of the things and all of that. However, Karen and Wendy can't come. I don't blame her. Now I know it's people gonna be like, "Oh, you should be like that to Wendy and or Karen." Listen, this is a bachelorette party. A bachelorette party or a bachelor party is for the inner circle. It's not for fringe acquaintances, people, or even if Wendy had not did all of that, because I mean not me, Robin says she doesn't want to invite Karen for the obvious reasons, but Wendy, because when Karen laid her out at that thing, Wendy was out over there kiki and caca and laughing real hard. Now y'all might think that's petty, but I would have been that kind of petty, because I would have been like, no, that bitch ain't invited. She over here laughing, giggling, damn near falling out the chair, laughing at this woman reading me, and you want to come to my shit? No, bitch, you ain't coming. I see no problem with that. This is the bachelorette party for her. If she don't want somebody there, then I'm with it. I'm just saying. I saw no issues with her saying them bitches can't come. But I know it's people gonna be, oh, It's probably reviews already up on YouTube talking about how raggedy Robin is or how fucked up it is that Robin didn't invite Wendy and or Karen. I don't blame her. Baby, I don't want y'all. Baby, I'm trying to have a good time. And the last thing I'm finna do is sit around some whores who either one, don't like me, or two, is in the amen section and amen corner with a bitch who don't like me. Girl, find you somewhere else to go. Candace, we next see Candace at home with her husband, Chris. They talk about the video release, an album cover release party. And then she updates him on what happened in Mexico. Now I was with Chris when Chris said, because they started talking about how Karen talked about Juan cheating or Juan having, make her feel uncomfortable. And so Chris was like, typical, typical housewives BS. Were they trying to throw some other husband under the bus? He wasn't lying. He was not lying. This, this branch or version or faction of the housewives, this franchise is toxic in that way that every season there's an all out assault on the husbands in the group, which is which is unfortunate. We then see they talk about they're going to retry the IVF process. We don't really care. We don't care, Candace. We don't care. Wendy and Karen go to lunch. Karen says she had been holding that information about Juan being inappropriate with her for years. I don't know. I don't know. Because it's not like the, these women have not proven to me that they can hold water. Let's be clear. And if and when they get upset about some shit, they have no problem flippantly airing somebody out about something they did or something their husband did. She might be telling the truth, but we know Karen is a known liar. Just like Mia is a known fucking liar, Karen is a known liar. So, I don't know how much of that I believe, Karen. You're not the most trustworthy individual. So, yeah, I ain't here for it, Karen. Um, Ashley, but she said she had been holding that for 3 years. Ashley, Satana, says that she FaceTimes in and she tells them that they ain't get no invite to the bachelorette party. Karen says she don't care. Wendy apparently does care and is trying to figure out why all of a sudden it's another problem. Well, Wendy, I like baby the woman said, and Bravo played the footage back, that you was damn near falling out your chair when Karen was dragging her about her husband and everything. And the woman said, girl, you ain't made the cut. Sorry, boo. I was here for it. Why be phony? Girl, I don't like you. You ain't coming. Um, Wendy, y'all did just start back trying to mend your relationship. Just because y'all started back trying to mend a relationship don't mean I'm inviting you to my bachelorette party. It ain't for everybody. I'm just saying. Anyway, Giselle goes over to Mia's house to plan out the bachelorette party. Giselle asks Mia about the whole situation down to the Mexico and whether or not her and Wendy was scissoring or eating each other's blocks or whatever they were doing. Mia says Wendy spread eagle and showed all of her labia minora and labia majora to her. At this point, I was so disgusted. I, I, I just, oh dear God. She said she showed her cooch back to Wendy. Oh God, just why, Lord, why? What use do I have with hearing these women talk about their cooch, talk about showing each other their cooch? I want no parts, no part. I have no earthly desire to have my brain littered with horrible mental pictures of the two of these women showing each other their cooch. It was disgusting, just utterly disgusting. Like this is some real gutter snipe right up out the hood ass shit. Mia then says Wendy touched her cooch. I don't even know what that means because we know Mia is a known liar. And with Mia being a known liar, it could be from both extreme. It could be from the extreme of her not even touching Mia's cooch, seeing Mia's cooch or anything, all the way to the other extreme of them having full on lesbian sex. We know there were dildos that were given to them when they first arrived in Mexico. So they had all of the equipment they needed to strap on and straddle each other, do whatever. I just really don't care. This shit is cringy. This shit is fucking cringy. And I was done with it. Mia says, Jacqueline called her and said, because she come over so they could talk it out and apologize. But she said no. Now, Bravo played some footage of her on the phone. You don't know who she was on the phone with. You don't know you don't even know if that was Jacqueline on the phone or even if it was Jacqueline, what they were talking about. All we know is we saw her on the phone and say no and then hung up the phone. We'll have no knowledge of what was being said on that phone call. None. And with the way that Mia lies, why am I supposed to believe that? I don't believe it. Until I have real confirmation that that's what happened, I don't believe it. We see Wendy at home. I ain't care. Moving on. They all we see all the rest of the girls that's going to the bachelor party. They meet up at Mia's house to get on the party bus. Mia and Satana had on the same outfit, and Satana had to come right out and say, "Yeah, we're both whores." I mean, we're both raggedy ass whores. She just came right out and told us. I mean, self acceptance and self actualization is a great thing. That ain't gonna make me like you no more. But I mean, at least you know who you are. At least you stand into the fact that you're a fucking whore. You and Mia. I'm okay with that. Um, Sharice is in her feelings because she ain't get to throw the bachelorette party. Sharice, I don't know if I would have wanted to have a you throw a bachelorette party. You don't look like I, Sharice, you don't give me that. You throwing a bachelorette party would have been a good time had by all. This one, for all intents and purposes, looked like a good time was had by all. Karen round here talk about she's making money, but in all actuality, you were spending money. You weren't making money because even though you paid to have this company or whatever, um, whoever these people were, to give you some candles and stuff, you ain't made a dime yet. And you know these things have to sell. You have to cover overhead and costs and everything. So we don't even know that you've even made a profit. You may have very well made a profit off of them, but at the timing of this recording or filming of you signing a check, you ain't made no money. You're spending money. You ain't made no money. But whatever, she claimed she would make it. I didn't really care, Karen. You tried to do this whole thing and I'm not bothered about wanting to go to the bachelorette party. Well, frankly, Karen, I probably wouldn't have wanted you at the bachelorette party anyway. I really, you don't give me that you would be a good time at the bachelorette party. Although, according to Sharice later on, you probably would have been a good time because we find out you're a whole ass whore later on. Um, and at that point, I mean, I'm at the point now where every time Karen opens her mouth at this point, she personifies every single thing that's awful about this franchise. The ignorance, the thirstiness, the loathsome hubris of a geriatric ass bitch who believes that people actually want to see or hear her. I mean, this loathsome hubris of this gray pubic hair having ass whore who thinks that she's better than the rest of us. Karen, you're a raggedy piece of shit. From a raggedy hometown. You, ma'am, should have stayed in Nowhere Land, North Carolina, or South Carolina, wherever the fuck you're from, rolling around in animal feces all over the farm. Roll around with your own kind. You're a piece of shit. You deserve to be down there rolling around. You don't deserve to be on my television screen. You never should ever see the light of day on another show. Ever. You're a piece of shit, Karen. Moving on. Um, they on the party bus. They start talking about the sexcapades down to the Mexico. Mia says Wendy needs to embrace the fact that she's a whole ass lesbian. And this is where my stomach went into full, full on, bowel movement, violent projectile style diarrheal cramps. Like my whole body began to just attack its my body was attacking itself, hearing all of this stuff about them playing with each other's cooches and all of this, and then Karen, and it was just a lot. It was just way too much. My body was attacking itself. Even right now, my eyeball is saying, "Listen," it's twitching. It's like, "Listen." There's only so much we can do talking about these women. So let me hurry up with this review and get off here because I can't do no more. I can't do it no more. My body is going to start to shut down. They go to Mia's old script club for the bachelorette party. Robin says her and Juan go to script clubs all the time. Sure, because you both are men and men like to go to script clubs, so that's not a surprise. Anyway, they talk. They talked to Satana about how is the relationship between her and Beelzebub, and she was like, "I don't know. Everything seems good now." And I felt bad that I was dating somebody knowing that he wasn't dating anybody. And Candace was like, "Girl, your man was at Chris's restaurant with some ugly skank. So what are you talking about?" And she was like she was really caught off guard. This is Michael Darby, the same Michael Darby who was cheating on you left, right, and sideways every chance he got while you were married. So if y'all are separated, do you really think that now that y'all are separated, he's not going to be seeing anybody? When he was seeing everybody up and down the Eastern Seaboard while you were married? The delusions, the delusions. I just don't understand. Sharice then gets drunk off her rockers, slurring and everything, and Mama just let it all out. Mama said, "Listen, that friend y'all got called Karen, she's a whore. Every time she get drunk, that bitch jumping on every dick in the room. One time we went out and that bitch got drunk as fuck and went in the bathroom and got fucked by the worker at the club or at the restaurant, wherever they were." I was like, mm. And then everybody else went around the room pretty much confirming that they all knew that Karen Huger was a whore. Everyone. The only one who didn't was Mia, but then she later in her confessional said, "Yeah, I kind of heard some things about Karen too." So for all of this grand dame and everything, everybody collectively in the group have all pretty much said, "Yeah, we pretty much know she's a whore." Ashley, Karen, Candace, not Karen, Ashley, Giselle, Candace, um, Robin, Sharice, they all confirmed. These are things that I've known the whole time. But she tries to come off as if she's holier than thou and pious and self righteous and all of that bullshit. She ain't shit. They continue to have a good ass time at the script club. They look like they ate good. They had a lot of shots. They had the women flopping around all over them. Listen, they had a good time. I guess that's all that matters. And it kind of went on from there. It took everything in me, y'all, to get through this review. There's too much cooch flying around everywhere. Too much talk about the cooch. Too much emphasis on coochie, cooters, bumping, and scissoring. It was just too much. This is further cementing the fact that I really can't stand Karen. I just really don't like her. Has she surpassed Satana as being my least and Giselle as being my two least favorite people? No, but it's pretty much, there's no going back. There will never be a time where I will enjoy Karen Huger, ever. And there we are. That's all I got for y'all. We'll probably be here tomorrow night for the panel review on the episode. So y'all come on over tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the panel review. I think that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.